Hi, I'm Jimmy DeResta, and today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks utilizing 3M's VHB. This is a GoPro mount that I pulled off of an old motorcycle helmet. I'm cutting the VHB off of the back. That's the old tape. You can see how elastic it is, which is why it's so good, because you have this soft foam in between the two surfaces, and it allows to absorb some of the shock that would typically occur, especially in active situations like a GoPro. So I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to apply some more VHB to the back of this. I'm just using an X-Acto knife, and I'm being careful not to slice my fingers. I use the razor blade, scraped off as much as I can. I'm pretty good there. I could wipe that with acetone to get it really good, but I'm going to apply some tape. And the way I do it is I pull it right off the roll. I try not to touch what I'm going to use.
Again, I'm not touching the tape I'm going to use. I want to make sure it's uncontaminated.
Clean off the area with a little bit of acetone. This way I know it's going to stick nice and strong. And then typically I'll grab the protective coating with a razor blade just inside the edge like that, and I'll peel it off. I'll show you up close of that. Grab right there with the razor blade, stretch it, and pull it. Put that right on the corner. And it's already grabbing, which I know is a good sign. It's only going to get stronger over time. That is never coming off. So that now I have a GoPro pointing straight down it. These are telephone mounts. They go on the car, and then this goes on the phone. These were on old phones. I cut them off with a razor blade, and in old cars. So we're going to reapply them right now. I'm going to show you how I put VHB onto both parts. I got a bigger piece of VHB than I need, and I drop the parts onto it. By using a chisel, I'm able to get right close to it. These are feet. I put them on my motorcycle helmets so that when I'm locking my bike up, I could sit the helmet on the ground. To put it down like this, I might put it in oil or dirt, but to put it on the ground like this, I don't run the risk of chipping it, and it stays where I want. It doesn't roll around. And the tape works good for that. This is a LED driver from American Greenlight, and lately I've been utilizing this in a couple of signs and upgrading my shop. And to stick these to the lights, I use a little bit of VHB. Just got to make sure you use enough of it. If you don't have a plan on taking it off, don't worry about it. Just put more than you need. It's my iPad. I'm going to try and put a handle on the back. This is styrene. I cut this strip of styrene. I'm just going to shape it a little bit. Just manipulate it. Do something like that. Sometimes if I apply the tape to an object, I like to peel it completely. It helps knowing that they're already peeled. There's my 3D bumper sticker. I cut this out on the bandsaw when I was about 15 years old. That's how old it is. This is a piece of plexiglass. I cut it into the shape. I heated up the skinny part and bent it into the shape of a hook. Now acrylic Works really well with VHB. I'm going to stick this to the side of my metal toolbox, and you'll see how well it immediately sticks. And again, that bond will just get stronger over time. Look at that. And now again, the same concept but with metal. I just cut out this flat silhouette and then I bend it into the shape of a hook. So that's just typical hot rolled sheet metal. I put a little bit of VHB on the back of that, peel it and stick it to glass. It's another great application. That's just going to get stronger over time. Holding my towel. And here I show it between different pieces of wood, little tiny pieces. And here I have multiple layers of wood, and it's a good application if I wanted to make multiples, say for instance on the bandsaw. And I use the same VHB to stick it to the wall. A clean surface to a clean surface. It doesn't stick to, say, for instance, wood very well unless the wood is sealed. It doesn't stick to plastic if the plastic has oil or fingerprints on it. Everything needs to be cleaned off nice and clean. Sometimes acetone gets that stuff away. Clean, smooth surface to clean, smooth surface. Glass to wood, plastic to glass, plastic to painted wood, metal to glass, plastic to glass, plastic to metal. All these different applications work. Just make sure the surface is nice and smooth and clean. If the tape does not initially stick, you have a problem. Make sure that it initially sticks, and then over time it starts to get stronger and stronger and stronger. This VHB tape comes in a couple of different model numbers for different applications. Go on their website, take a look. A lot of it is general purpose, so those details are very minor, so you can pretty much use most tape for most applications in my experience. But take a look if you want some very specific details about where, when, and how.